Are you considering using Business Central's Service Management module? If your business repairs, maintains, or supports customer equipment, service management is worth exploring. In this video, I'll give you a quick walkthrough of how easy it is to get service management up and running, introduce the main concepts, and highlight the key settings you'll need to know. Let's dive in. Now, before we can use service management, it's important to know that this module is only available with the premium license of Business Central. If you already have premium, enabling it is really straightforward. Head over to the company information page. On the user experience fast tab, there's a field called experience. By default, most companies are set to essential. Simply switch that to premium, and just like that, the service management features become available. Moving on, let's make this a bit more real with an example company. Tyrell Coffee Machines. They sell high-end coffee and espresso machines to restaurants, and just as importantly, they also service these machines if something breaks down. The first concept we need to look at in service management is the idea of service items. Service items represent the specific machines or equipment that are out at a customer site. Now, you could create service items manually for equipment you only service and don't sell, but in most cases, you'll want them to be generated automatically when you sell a product. That's where service item groups come in. By assigning an item to a service item group and enabling the Create Service Item flag, Business Central will automatically create a service item whenever that product is sold. Let's see this in action. We'll sell two of Tyrell's espresso machines to two different customers. Behind the scenes, Business Central generates two separate service items, each linked to the customer who purchased it. When we open up those service items, notice the warranty dates and the discount percentages for labor and parts. These values flow in from the service management setup, but you can always adjust them at the individual service item level if needed. This makes it really easy to manage not just the sales side, but also the ongoing service relationship with each customer. Let's keep following our Tyrell Coffee example. The first customer bought their espresso machine with a warranty, and a couple of months later, their machine breaks down. That means it's time to provide service. Before we create the service order, let's pause and look at two important concepts in service management: resources and costs. Resources usually represent the people who do the work, like technicians, or machines if you're tracking the use of equipment like diagnostic tools. In our case, we'll set up a technician resource. On the resource card, notice a few key fields, like the unit of measure. For a technician, this is typically hours, so you can track time and apply rates consistently. We also define the cost and price of the resource. Cost represents the internal expense of using the resource, while price is what we bill to the customer. That way, Business Central can calculate margins automatically. Then there's the general product posting group, which links the resource activity to the correct accounts in the general ledger. Finally, there's the service group field. This lets us categorize technicians by skill or role, and later, when we set up service contracts, it helps determine which discounts apply to which resource groups. The second concept is costs. These represent standard charges you might want to add to a service order, things like travel, special handling, or surcharges. For Tyrell, we'll create a simple cost called Rush. This is used whenever a customer requests after-hours service, so we can add the extra charge directly to the service order. With those two pieces in place, our technician resource and our trip or rush cost, we are ready to create our first service order for that broken machine.